Hi, I'm Goliath, I'm 22, and I'm hungry to grow, to be successful, and have a fulfilling life. We all know to be successful, there are steps that you need to take to keep yourself on track and manage your time properly. If you're a young adult, or even if you're older and you feel stagnant in life, or feel numb to the world, this video might help. I want to discuss how I've been improving my life with 3 changes, and they've helped me replace bad habits, build my desire to grow, and keep myself on time. This should be about a 3-week program for you, although for me, it's been a lot longer than 3 weeks. This has been a long beginning of Step 1, put down your phone. And I know you've heard that 1,000 times, but it really is extremely important to limit how much you're on your phone.
Oh, there's a bug.
I want you to give yourself a reality check and genuinely monitor how much you're on your screens. And I'm not just talking about watching Netflix, watching some type of educational videos on YouTube. I'm generally talking about something that's called doom scrolling. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's when you're scrolling for hours on Twitter or TikTok or something like that. Consider how many hours you scroll a day and then multiply it by 365. When you put it in perspective like that, that's a lot of time on your screens. That's a lot of time that you could be using in order to do something more productive, like chase your goals. The screen time section, God, why there's so many fucking planes? It'll tell you how long you've been on your devices, and it might shock you. I was reading an article from Stanford about excessive screen time in young adults and the effects that it has on your brain. And when I read it, it definitely gave me a huge reality check. Excessive screen time increases your risk of Parkinson's and dementia by over 25% each. It even shrinks your hippocampus and your gray matter. If you don't know what that is, that's your brain. When I read that statistic, I really had to reevaluate myself and my habits and really put myself in check. Putting down your phone is easier said than done. So in order to make sure I'm not on my phone too much, I've been managing my This is a field notebook. It's basically a little pocket notebook that I use to keep track of my tasks, random thoughts, and my goals for the day. Every night, I write down my tasks, and then the next day, as I'm doing them, I cross them off. It's honestly really satisfying putting the pen to paper. It honestly just hits different than using, say, the Notes app or the Reminders app in your phone. Not only that, but I use it to track things like my cold calls and contact information when I'm doing things like that. Blocking out time is really important too, because sometimes you can be on a task for too long and it'll distract you from your other tasks. And doing tasks like that can honestly create inefficiencies because you're putting in too much energy and you get tired or you get bored of doing it, and you kind of just create a lackluster product when you're doing it, instead of, say, taking a break or just moving on and doing it later in the day or maybe even tomorrow if it's not that serious. Being productive is more than just doing a task. It's doing a task that matters on purpose. Along with using my field notebook, I've been using a Moleskine journal to keep track of my Journaling is so important. Writing about yourself to yourself is honestly underrated. What's the first thing that you do when you wake up? Check the time on your phone? Do you go on Twitter and fall back asleep? Do you check your email? Yeah, I do it too. But when you do that, it could potentially lead to more doom scrolling, and you lost valuable time in that day in order to achieve your goals. Try looking out of a window. You know how in the older movies, the main character wakes up, sits right up, and puts on his house shoes and goes on with his day? That's a testament to the difference in our generation's productivity. I definitely use my phone too much. I'm not perfect, and even though I've done this, I still can't get it right sometimes. Sometimes when I want to do a task, I have to play a video in the background just to have something to listen to, but I get analysis paralysis and I can't even pick a video, so I can't do my task, and I'm wasting valuable time. There's evidence that excessive screen time can cause thinning of your cerebral cortex. That's the part of your brain that controls decision making, your consciousness, and even problem solving. One of the things I've been doing to be more conscious is journaling. In the morning or night, I write down my thoughts, my emotions, or what's been happening in the past couple of days just to read back in the future. And it's different writing things down with pen and paper versus your phone. When you're writing on your phone, you can get distracted. You'll get a notification, you'll just swipe up and go to TikTok out of habit. Things like that can happen versus when you're writing on pen and paper, it's just you and your thoughts and the page. So remember, keeping track of your screen time, managing your time with some type of notebook, and journaling your thoughts are 3 things that can definitely help you improve your life. And I'm not just saying that because it's helped with mine. There are statistics that being on your screen is not good for you. It's true that if you manage your time properly, you'll get what you want to get done with your goals. It's true that if you journal, it'll keep you more mindful and you'll be able to manage your emotions better. These are all true. In 10 years, I picture myself having a higher than average salary with some type of job that has to do with cameras. Is there another bug on me? There is. It's the same bug. Oh my gosh. How many bugs are there? In 10 years, I picture myself having a higher than average salary with some type of job that has something to do with cameras. I have a family and a house on property that I own that is not in California. I see myself continuing to chase more knowledge and spread my positive attitude and positively influence others. In January, I realized, wow, I'm actually 22 years old, but I don't feel like a 22-year-old. I still feel like a kid that just graduated high school. But that's because I have the habits from when I was still in high school. And having the same habits is not a bad thing. That's how masters of a craft are created. They stay persistent with what they do. But you have to pick and choose your habits properly in order to be that person. Realizing you're doing things wrong is not a sign of failure. It's a sign that you're stepping in the right direction in order to make change. But change only comes from actions. In my next video, I'll dive deeper into topics of self-improvement. So please subscribe, leave a like, and comment something stupid. Let's grow together. Let's grow together.